Alright, so in the last section of the course I showed you how to publish your site live, and so what you're looking at now is the site that's published live. We haven't connected a custom domain yet, which is why it reads redlinehd.strikingly.com. I'm going to show you how to do that in the next video, but what I want to do first is show you how to use the settings tab. And the reason we're going to use the settings tab is because there's certain things that you want to do for your site with regard to search engine optimization. So when Google indexes your site, they will find it easier, and you want to do that, in my opinion, before you connect your custom domain. So anyway, what we're going to do is go into this settings tab right here and notice all of these different settings that they have. And don't be too concerned about these. Once you get what they're for, they're pretty useful actually. So first thing is title and URL, and that's where we added that title where before when we published it. So Redline Digital Marketing, Social Media Consulting, and Website Design. Now you can change your strikingly.com URL at any time. So this stuff is reading how I want it to look for now. So nothing to do here. Custom domain is where you will connect your custom domain. You have to have a pro account in order to do this, and if you don't own a domain yet, you can grab one from Strikingly for $24.95 a year. Now I will tell you that you can get this done for about half that price by going through my favorite hosting account is Bluehost, and or you can also use GoDaddy to buy your domain, and they're about $11 or $12 there. Also, if you want custom email address like your name at yourwebsite.com, for me it would be josh@redlinehd.com, then you'll want to register a domain, I think, through another hosting company. This is certainly the easiest way to connect a custom domain. It's not the least expensive. So anyway, but this is where you would do it, and we'll do that in the next video. So if you already have your own domain, you can hook it up to your Strikingly site, and you'll need to do a few things once you do that. So I'll show you that in the next video, because I think you want to do this stuff first, particularly under the description section. So the site category was business. Now notice you can add a site description and site keywords. So it's best if you have this done already to where you can just copy and paste it. So I'm going to go back to my notepad where I had my About section, and I have a sentence that says Redline Digital is a website design and social media marketing company specializing in building amazing websites. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that, and then we're going to just paste it into this site description. So that looks good. And here you can add site keywords. So this is where you would add a list of keywords related to your page that people might search for. So I'm going to add social media marketing and separate them with a comma. Website design, digital marketing, okay, so we'll do that for right now. You can also add a Facebook share image. So this is what it will look like when your website is shared. So I'm going to go ahead and grab one of those. So we're going to upload a new image. Now you notice that you can either upload a new image where you just drag and drop it like I showed you earlier, or you can use one of your uploaded images. And since I have this icon right here already, I'm going to go ahead and use this one. So now you notice when somebody shares this on Facebook, this is what it will look like. Now the favicon is the little icon that appears up in your address bar when somebody goes to your website. And you can customize that for yourself, for your business, or for a client, and it gives it kind of your site a more custom look. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing and use the same logo. And then we're going to click Update. Alright, so those changes are saved. Next section is mobile actions. So this is what's going to happen when somebody visits your site from a mobile phone. There's this mobile menu bar that people can call your business direct from their phone. They can text your business. They can get a map if you've connected a map, or they can email your business. So I would add in all of these things. So you want people to be able to contact your business very easily. So I'm going to just add in my standard 888 number just for the sake of time here. And we'll do that the same thing for the text. I'm not going to direct users to a map for the time being, but I would recommend that you do that if you have a physical location that you want people to come to your business. And then I'm going to add an email address where people can send an email to contact me. So info@redlinehd.com, and then we're going to click update. So now we got that saved. Next, we're going to go into the header and footer section. This is what's going to display where you can turn off your navigation in the header by doing this, and you see it disappeared in the background, but I want that on there, so I'm going to click to have it on. You want to display your navigation bar on mobile phones. I definitely want to do that. Display navigation buttons, definitely want to do that. Display a footer at the bottom of the page, so you can remove that footer where it had the social sharing buttons and the copyright information. But I want to leave that. Now you can show a Strikingly logo at the bottom of the page or not. You can turn that off if you want to turn that off. I recommend turning this off if you're building the site for your business or for your client. You have to have a pro account to do this, and you're paying for it anyway, so you might as well turn that off. And then click Update Settings, and we're good to go. Privacy would be where you can make your website private, and I have no idea why you would want to do that unless you were just going to show your client, if you're building a website for a client, you might want to show them on a private server or a private website before the site is published live. But my recommendation for that would be just publish it with the Strikingly URL and then show them and make changes before you connect your custom URL. Custom code is where in the header or footer you can add in some code to add some more functionality to your website. I'll show you in another video how we might use that. But for now, I wouldn't worry about that. If you're just building a standard site, you don't need to worry about this. Templates, if you wanted to change your template for Strikingly, if you got through building your site and you said, I want to use that other template that I saw that I kind of liked, you can change your template, but big warning here, all of your content will be lost. So content is not transferable, so you will have to start building your site over if you change your template after you build your site. So try to decide the template that you like at the beginning. Services is where you can add in your Google Analytics, so you can track your site in Google Analytics. I definitely recommend doing that. And Google Site Verification. So this is where you get a meta tag from Google Webmaster Tools that you can verify your site. So I definitely recommend doing those. I'm not going to do those for the purposes of this course because it's a little bit beyond the scope. All you need to do is get the UA code for Google Analytics when you sign up for a free account, and you need to get the tag from Google Webmaster Tools to add in here. Now, plugins are some things that you can add to your site that give it more functionality. This is an image sharing widget, so it can add a Facebook or a Pinterest pin over your images. I don't really like the looks of these because they block the image, so I'm going to leave that off for now. And then analytics is where you can look at your Strikingly site analytics. So these are analytics provided by Strikingly. So these are your advanced settings. So you can, well, the drop down is for advanced, but these are your settings for your site to where you can connect your custom URL or change your URL, connect your custom domain, add descriptions, add mobile actions, so for what happens when people look at a mobile device. So they're pretty straightforward. Just kind of take a look at them and make sure you understand them, and you can always change them and see how your site looks with different options selected, and then go back and click Done, and then click Save Your Changes, and it will save all of those changes. And since we've got a site published live now, what we're going to do is whenever we make changes that we want to keep, we're going to click Publish Now, and so it'll give us a new link to the site updated. So that is it. So that is how you check out the settings and the advanced settings in the Strikingly editor. So check out the next video. I'll show you how to connect the custom domain. Thanks for watching.